Forwork. Preparing the plinth beam. Formworks function as molds into which the concrete will be poured to shape the tie elements such as the plinth beam, tie columns, and ring beam. Before starting, the site must be clean. Placing of spaces in the plinth beam. To avoid the rebars being in contact with the formwork, it is important to always use 3 cm high mortar spacers. These will prevent rebars from being exposed and rusting, and guarantees the proper transmission of forces. Spacers are attached to the rebars using wire. Wireless spacers or stones will not stay in place, especially during the pouring or vibrating of the concrete. These spacers must be placed every 50 centimeters between the rebar cage and the formwork and in alternated position. Formwork for the plinth beam. The following steps show how to build the formwork for the plinth. Place formwork boards on either side of the plinth. Fasten the formwork using stakes. Use wood planks to connect and stabilize the formwork. Do not use wire for this, because it does not ensure sufficient stability. Placing of spaces in the tie columns. In the tie columns, spaces must be placed following the same rules as for the plinth. Every 50 centimeters between the rebar cage and the formwork or walls, and in alternated position. Formwork for the tie columns. Tie columns must have a minimum width of 20 centimeters. In this case, the walls are made of bricks and are 15 centimeters wide. Therefore, to make the formwork, additional wooden scantlings are needed, each one 2.5 centimeters thick and placed on either side of the wall, to fasten the boards and cover the difference. There are 2 ways to fasten the formwork. With wire. In this case, wait until the masonry and mortar are hard enough. Otherwise, the wires will move the concrete blocks or the bricks. With stakes or posts. In this case, it is important to check that the stakes are firmly fixed in the ground. Preparing spacers. If no prefabricated spacers are available, they can also be made on site following these steps. 1. Make a 3 centimeter high wooden mold. 2. Fill the mold up to the edge with rich mortar. 3. Cut the fresh mortar into small 3x3 cubes using a trowel. 4. Stick a wire loop into each little cube. 5. Let it harden for 45 minutes. Alternatively, spacers can be made using a plastic pipe tube of 3 centimeters in diameter. Cut into 3 centimeter high pieces, which will be filled with mortar. When using this solution, remember to remove the plastic molds, because they could fall off and mix with the concrete.